All right, we are live now. Hello, everyone. Let me adjust my camera a bit. Hello, everyone. I hope you are doing well. Let me know in the comments if you are able to hear me, if you are able to see me. I see a lot of wishes. So, thank you so much. And yes, it wouldn't have been possible without you. So, I am so happy to share this news with you that yes, we our channel have reached 10K subscriber, and in the past few months. It was the growth that I never expected. So thank you so much for doing it, and welcome everyone. And thank you, Rahul, for your wishes. So we have Guru as well. Hello, Guru. How are you? Link should be working. Can you try it one more time and let me know? So yes, if you want to join me on this call, I have shared the link as well in the description of this, like in the comment section just now. So feel free to join that link if you want to share anything, if you want to ask any question, or just just wanted to say hi. So feel free to join that. And hello Akash, hello Sheikh Rahil, hello Abhishek. Thank you Rajaram, thank you so much. Thank you Mayuk. I see a lot of people have joined already from LinkedIn, from YouTube. So thank you everyone. And Statics OS, yes, you are able to hear me. That's good. Hello, Prashant. Awesome. So yeah, that's amazing. So okay, so Devarshi is also saying link not working. Let me share the link again. Meanwhile, hello Dev. So we have two Devs in the viewership. So thank you everyone. Let me have a look at the link. Can you guys try this link and let me know if it works for you? I don't think what the issue is. Like it should be working. I mean, it's working for me. Yes, Dave is here. All right. Hello, Dave. Thanks for joining. How are you doing today?
Yeah, doing all good.
All good. So, how's the day going so far with you? You can hear me, right?
Yep, you're audible.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. So yeah. How is it going?
All good, all good. You,
Okay.
congrats on 1K.
Okay, thank you
Sorry,
so
10K.
much.
My
Thank
bad.
you. It really means a lot. And yes, as I said, it wasn't possible without the community support. So thank you. Like you have also supported me, like provided me feedback time to time, and shared my journey in all the channel. Plus, you are actively contributing to our CloudOps community. So thank you so much for doing it.
Yeah, always, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, I have a few more people in the waiting area. So if you have any question, if you want to share anything, stage is all yours. No, I'm saying this to you, Dave. If you have any question,
Oh, I'm actually in two calls at the same time. So,
okay, okay. So let me add others as well. So Anurag, hello Anurag. Thanks for joining. How are you?
Hi Piyush, I'm good. Congratulations for your 10K subscribers.
Thank you so much. So you're like there is a lot of background noise coming from your audio. Can you please go to any quiet place? Uh, okay, no worries. So, yes, yes, Anurag, please go ahead. So, if you have any question, anything you would like to share, please go ahead.
So I want to tell you that could you also start some videos or playlist on Kubernetes uh, type of
Okay,
that.
so if you want to learn Kubernetes, our dear friend Abhishek Viramalla has this amazing playlist already created. So check that out. Check out his channel, Abhishek Viramalla, and he has playlist for AWS as well as Kubernetes. It's really amazing. So check it out and let me know if you need any help with that.
Thank you.
Cool. Okay, so I'll add someone else then. Let's add Prashant. Hello, Prashant. Thanks for joining. How are you? Can you can you hear me, Prashant? I guess Prashant has some audio issues, so let's add our beloved Guru. How are you, Guru? No, not in the mood to speak today.
नहीं यार बहुत गर्मी है यार.
Okay, okay, that's a good
As you see,
reason.
I'm not in the office. I'm
Mhm.
sitting on my ground floor.
Okay, what
So
happened to your AC? It's not
no, we
working.
don't have AC. This is England. We don't have AC right here.
Okay, okay,
So
nice.
unfortunately, it's 32 degrees. It's a heat wave.
Yeah.
And given all the equipment and servers
Uh-huh.
and everything, it's producing too much heat. So
Mm.
I came into the ground floor.
Okay,
The good
okay.
thing is,
Mhm.
yeah, but the good thing is, well, on the positive side, I
Mhm.
finished my home theater setup.
Okay, nice,
So
nice, nice.
now, so there is one speaker there, if you see in the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and there is one speaker here. You see the
Okay.
black one,
Mm-hmm.
and totally it's 9.1 channel, not 6.1, 9.1, and 1400 watts.
Okay, nice.
So if you put at number six, the whole
Mhm.
kind of street can listen to it.
Okay, okay, no
So,
worries. Cool.
yeah. Hey, by the way, congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
10K.
Thank you so much.
When did you start your channel?
It was around 2 years back,
Okay.
but like initial 1 year, I was not actively contributing to it because I just had my daughter at that time, so I was busy with her. But I used to do it like whenever I used to get time. But for
Mhm.
past 1 year, I'm quite usual to it. Like I'm trying to publish at least one video each week for past 1 year. So
Mm.
like whatever growth happened, it happened in last 1 year only.
Mm.
So yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far, and thank you for all the support, all the guidance that you have shared with us.
मैंने कुछ नहीं किया.
यही तो
We
बड़प्पन
want
है, आप
some play
सिर्फ कर
buttons at
जाते
the
हो.
back, Piyush.
हम्म.
आपके बैकग्राउंड में थोड़े YouTube play buttons चाहिए फ्यूचर में.
Yes, 100K
We
soon,
want
and
all
we'll
the
get that
yes.
play button then. Yes, that's what my short term goal is.
मुझे YouTube ने बहुत सारे स्टिकर्स भेजे.
ना ना ना, स्टिकर्स का मेरे पास बैग पड़ा है भर के. मैं वहां काम करता हूँ जहाँ पे यूट्यूब है.
अच्छा.
स्टिकर्स नहीं, प्ले बटन. वी नीड प्ले
प्ले
बटन
बटन क्या
नाउ.
होता है? क्या होता
Play
है वो?
button you get, like there are different play buttons. First play button you get when you reach 100K subscriber. So it's
हम्म.
like this big of a frame
हम्म.
with the YouTube logo on it and your channel name on it.
हम्म.
So that is something that you earn, when you get 100K subscriber. And
हम्म.
so like the similar way, like there is one at 1 million subscriber gold button, and then there
हम्म.
is, I guess, diamond button at like 10K 10 million subscriber something.
हम्म.
But I will be more than
That's platinum
satisfied with.
probably, I guess.
I'm not sure. So there is diamond button. I know there is
हम्म.
gold and diamond. I'm not sure about the platinum one.
आपको जो चीज का चाहिए मिल जाएगा, जो
Uh,
मटेरियल का चाहिए
yeah,
मिल जाएगा.
I'll be satisfied with the silver button. That's more than enough.
मुझे तो कमीज पे बटन चाहिए.
वो तो मैं भी दे दूंगा, आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं है.
नहीं, मैं पहनता ही नहीं हूँ ना कमीज. So
नहीं, फिर
that
भी
is no
लगा
point.
देंगे उसमें.
So yeah, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. So thank you everyone. Thank you Mayur. Yes, Mayur is saying nice wall painting. So this was painted by my wife. So thank you very much. And Sheikh Rahil is saying, could you please share the link in LinkedIn? Which link? Oh, you mean the StreamYard link? Okay, let me share.
Don't
You
worry, I'll
okay?
do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So आकाश इज आस्किंग, फैन भी नहीं है क्या गुरु? फैन लगाया है भाई, फैन लगाया है.
Oh,
थैंक यू
sorry.
आकाश, थैंक यू फॉर द विशेस. Prashant had some audio issues. Let me try to add him again. Prashant, are you able to hear me? Right, I don't think so. Oh, I guess we have reached maximum viewers in the back. That's why I'm not able to add more. So let me just remove the previous ones. Okay. Ravi is here. Hello, Ravi. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today?
Hello. Congratulations. Many
Thank you.
congratulations, Pius,
Thank
for
you. Thank you.
10,000. So I was hearing you guys. Yes, I
Thank you so
also want to
much.
see a button on
Yes.
back of your wall.
Yes, yes. I'm hoping to get it soon. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So
So
yeah, how are
I
you
and
doing today?
Devarsi, yeah, I'm doing well. So I and Devarsi was doing some kind of, we were deploying something, and
Hmm.
then Devarsi told me that okay, there is a stream going on for
Yeah.
Pius, for Pius.
Usually we have our like weekly Discord session at this time, but I thought like maybe it's been a long that we have done the live stream, so why don't we do the live stream today?
So we were
So
working on the project with deploying the backend, and then we saw your stream going on. So we
okay.
decided, चलो यहाँ चलते हैं,
So
Okay,
instead
that
of resolving
miss नहीं
issue
करना.
there, we thought, okay, let's join.
it's such a pleasure. Like thank you so much for doing it.
Yeah. I think obviously reaching 10,000 is, I think it's great, but hopefully now you are contributing, much. So probably your subscriber will increase, because you said that you initial 1 year you have not done much, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like earlier, because when you start something, you are just getting used to it, you are learning it, like learning how to record, learning how to create
Obviously.
videos, how to edit it, how to create thumbnail and all those things. And now I'm a little comfortable with all those things, so I think like I can scale now. I can try to create some valuable content that could help everyone. uh,
आई वाज आल्सो थिंकिंग, मैं कल ही सोच रहा था कि मैं पीयूष को ना अलग से बोलूंगा कि यार एक बार मेरे को ना कुछ कुछ हेल्प चाहिए, बता देना, मैं
Anytime,
देवर्षि
sir,
से भी पूछता
anytime,
रहे.
definitely anytime.
हाँ, क्योंकि मैंने काफ़ी सोचा था कंटेंट बनाने का, लेकिन
Hmm.
मैं बना ही नहीं पा रहा था एक्चुअली. थोड़ा सा फैमिली वाला भी चल रहा है अभी,
Hmm.
क्योंकि बेबी है छोटा, और कुछ कुछ ये देवर्षि के साथ भी इधर कर रहे थे, तो थोड़ा बट स्टार्ट करेंगे, बट वही है कि थोड़ा.
Devarshi is taking everyone's time. Devarshi is busy and he is keeping everyone busy. So he's awake. Like I'm not sure when does he sleep. He's awake till 7 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Like whenever you ping him, either you see him in a Twitter space or he will reply to your message. Like he's super busy with everything.
हेलो गुरु, कैसे हैं आप?
Now I started like अब तो 1 a.m. वगैरह
यार
12
बहुत गर्मी
midnight
है
तक
यार,
होता है.
लंदन में आज 32 डिग्रीज है.
अरे यार नोएडा आ जाओ, बहुत बढ़िया माहौल हो रखा है, आज बारिश हुई है.
क्यों? नहीं यार, 32
अरे जी,
डिग्रीज है और चलो बिल्कुल हवा नहीं है.
नोएडा आ जाओ और बह जाओ पानी में, इतना
हाँ,
पानी है.
यहाँ पे G20 समिट चल रहा है ना, तो मोदी जी ने बात की थी ऊपर, तो बारिश हो गई, काफी ठंडा सा माहौल हो गया, ताकि लोग ऐसा नहीं
Nice,
बोले कि यार इंडिया में बहुत गर्मी है, ऐसे
nice.
कंप्लेन करते हैं ना लोग.
Okay,
दोपहर
so
में
we
गर्मी, शाम में ठंड.
yes, we have Akash joined as well. So, hello Akash, how are you? How are you doing? Thanks for joining, by the way.
Thank you. I'm good. What about you?
All good, Akash. So, yeah, I mean, if you have any question, if you want to share anything, feel free to do that. So, we have expert panel already over here to answer any question that you have or anything that you would like to share.
मैं लीव कर देता हूँ.
Yeah, I guess his cam froze. Can you hear me, Akash?
Yes, I can hear.
Okay, yeah. Please,
So am
please
I
go ahead.
still audible? I changed my mic.
Yes, Devarshi, you are still
Yes.
audible.
Which one was better, this or the previous one?
दोनों ही
I
ठीक लग
don't
रहे
see
हैं.
any difference, but maybe this is good. Yeah, it's good.
Awesome.
Yes, Akash, go ahead, please.
लाइक जब हम एक मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है, जैसे हम ना हमारे पास जब हम लोग कहते हैं कि हमें एक वेबसाइट को डिप्लॉय करना है,
Hmm.
तो हमारे पास सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन आता है कि हम कौन सा क्लाउड चूज करें.
Hmm.
क्योंकि एक जैसे एक बिगिनर है, तो एक स्टार्टअप है, तो उसके सबसे पहले उनके पास होता है कॉस्ट का इश्यू होता है. पर उनके पास मान लो अगर कॉस्ट के इशू के साथ उनको चाहते हैं कि उनकी सर्विस भी सबसे अच्छी जाए, तो किस मतलब क्या-क्या ऐसे मतलब चूज़ किस वे में चूज़ करना चाहिए क्लाउड? जैसे कहीं क्लाउड है मतलब उनकी जैसे सर्विस कहते हैं वो चीप है, पर उनके डाटा सेंटर हर एक जगह अवेलेबल नहीं है मतलब हर एक सिटीज़ में। तो इसमें
तो
थोड़ा डाउट रहता है मतलब।
यस आकाश
सबसे
देखो,
पहले सीवो के साथ जाना डिप्लॉय करने।
नहीं भाई ऐसे किसी पे भी मत जाओ। ओके
No, he's
सो
actually working at Sivo. That's why I said that.
ओके so the reason I'm saying कि what you have to do, sorry I'm answering in English because बहुत सारे हमारे सब्सक्राइबर हैं जो कि इंग्लिश व्यूअर है, नॉन हिंदी है, तो I'll try to answer in English, अगर चाहिए तो I can translate in Hindi as well, ठीक है? So
नो प्रॉब्लम।
there are a lot of consideration that you keep in mind while choosing the cloud provider. Like cost is, yes, definitely one of the biggest factor. So if you are a startup, if you are something that is starting to scale something, so yes, cost will be one of the major thing that you keep in mind. Like you have to keep your operational expenses to the minimum, right? So yes, cost is definitely, then it depends on all the requirements, like what type of applications are you planning to deploy, what type of security measures are you trying to incorporate, like audit and compliance, and which cloud is providing the best services out of those. So it's like you try to reach to these cloud providers, or they bid on your project, and then you try to analyze the use cases, like your type of workload that you are trying to deploy, the features that you need, and which cloud provider is providing you best of all those things. So there is no one straight answer to which cloud you should go with the deployment, but it depends on a lot of your business and technical requirements. And yes, cost, security, scalability, these are really important factors when you are planning to go to a cloud. And sometimes it depends on the personal preferences as well. Like for example, you have good contacts with Sivo Cloud, and
या
like how it works inside out, so you would ask your team members to try this cloud. I think it will be great for our use case. Sometime it depends on that. And yes, obviously, because it will be competitive in the market, um so I guess that's the only thing that I would say at the moment. But if if you ask my preference, I will not go with one particular cloud for everything. I'll check my use case first. For example, if my workload is Kubernetes, heavily Kubernetes dependent, then I will go with Google Cloud. Not because I work with Google. It's not like that. It's because uh, I know like how Kubernetes work within Google. Like not everything, but I have some idea about it. And Google was the one who created Kubernetes in the beginning, and later they open sourced it, right? So they have the team who manages it, they have everything in place. The similar way, if I want to go with the PaaS CI/CD service, which is everything is managed by the cloud provider, I don't want to take any overhead for tool integration and everything, then I would go with Azure DevOps in that case, right? Because that's the fantastic tool, and no other cloud provider has anything closer to that. So it depends on all those things. Plus when you are a startup, there are many cloud providers provide you different onboarding plans, like onboarding schemes, like you onboard your application to us and we'll provide you this much of free credit or free support, will provide you some events as well, demo days and whatnot. So those things are also plays an important role, because it will help you save the cost. It will help you scale at a very massive speed, and all those things. Like Google just started this initiative of like not just like few years back, it started initiative of Google Cloud for startups and accelerator, something like that. So in that they provide a lot of free credits, free resources to the new startups that are planning to build. So like these type of things plays an important role. But if Ravi, if you have anything to add, please feel free to do that.
Yeah, obviously. So it's not something. So for this question, you do not have a straightforward answer, right? So
या
when you choose to deploy your application on any of the public cloud, you have to decide. You have to see the data points, right? What you are going to deploy, what kind of application you are deploying, and what kind of service you need. So nowadays, obviously, people always try to build Kubernetes. You always try to use Kubernetes as a container orchestration platform. So obviously, so you can go ahead with the Google, but there are, it's not just one thing, right? There are other service also which you are going to consume. So on best of that, you can choose what cloud you can go ahead. And it's not like company also have some kind of partnership, right? So they usually, it's not like they always have partnership with all of the cloud. So sometimes they do partnership with, for example, if they are dealing with Google Cloud, then they will be deploying on Google Cloud, right? So it's not everything you deploy everywhere. So it's choice, but obviously there are consideration has to be done before choosing anyone, and those are based on the research which you have to perform. What
and
kind of
sometimes
application
it's
you are deploying? What's
also
your target?
and sometimes it's also based on regulatory also. Like for example, are you able to
Yes,
guys
correct.
hear me?
Yes, yes, Guru.
Yeah,
Yes, we can hear
Yeah.
you.
yes,
For
Yes, yes.
example, if you are a bank, especially Swiss bank, then there are lots of restrictions on where your data goes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Even choosing the cloud provider, you can say, okay, I'm going with Google, but then you have to tell Google that I want a sovereign cloud, as they call it, the sovereign cloud, where the data will never ever cross the Swiss borders. So it's called it's
100%.
something like and it's like, for example, in AWS you can ask for like what we call dedicated hardware where it is based in London. Or I used to work for the UK government and they chose AWS, and AWS data center in London, and that's a reason, had a dedicated rack which is only for the UK government. Of course, it's going to cost them a heck lot of money, but for an enterprise, there are lots of things. What is your DR strategy? What type of application? And some of the stuff which you need may not be available in a region either. So it depends. But ultimately, my suggestion is, and there is also something called politics, and I'm sure you have seen all of them. So try to negate the politics, and also the return on investments and credits and all those things should come into picture.
Obviously. So now we have VJ also.
Thank you so much, Vijay, for joining. So we just connected today on Twitter, and here you are. And thank you so much for joining the space.
Yeah, congratulations, hearty congratulations. I know
Thank.
how difficult it is to grow an audience on YouTube, and how much effort it takes to create every single video. So great job. Honestly, I haven't watched your videos because, as you said, like we just
Yeah,
connected
we
very,
just
very
connected
recently.
today. Yeah,
But definitely, like looking forward to watch.
yeah.
And
Thank,
I've
thank you so
interacted
much.
with Devarshi and Ravi quite a bit on Twitter before, but
Yeah.
never saw them in person.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I
on
have seen
camera.
you multiple times in Twitter Spaces. It just our timings did not match. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't join any space that you were part of, but I always see you in part of like either of the Twitter Spaces.
Yeah, well, there is always next time, right?
Yeah, there is always next time. Definitely, yes.
Now I'm following as well
Yeah,
you on Twitter. So if you join any space, I'll know. And
yeah,
same with Ravi.
yeah,
Ravi also plans to do, like yesterday we had like an amazing space. I
yeah.
joined much later, but even
Mhm.
in just a few minutes, I could sense how much value Ravi was adding,
Yeah,
and looking forward to more of those.
yeah.
By the way,
That's
sir, I sorry for just changing the topic completely. I know there was a technical discussion going on, but I need to take my son for his swimming class, so I'll
sure, sure, sure.
just
Definitely.
and
It was
I
lovely having you here, and we'll talk later.
So
definitely.
it's
Welcome
like
to the
whenever
session
anybody,
of live stream.
whenever anyone asks technical question while doing anything, we always start answering them. So, so it was not meant for technical session. It was something a few, and we wanted
No,
to
it's okay. Like
celebrate today.
I kept it open ended for today because it's been a long time that we did the live session. So I thought like you can ask whatever you want to, and we have a lot of experts here to help you answer. I will also try to answer. So that was the main agenda, but that's okay. So yeah,
So I will
thank you so
be
much, Vijay.
host.
We can talk connect later. Thank you.
Yeah, sounds good. And
So I'll
yeah,
be
nice
hosting
meeting you. And looking forward to
Same
having
here.
more
Yeah,
sessions with you
nice
as well.
meeting you.
Nice
Bye
meeting
bye.
you too.
Nice
Bye
meeting
bye.
you.
Bye,
Yeah.
all. See ya.
Bye.
So I guess Akash, we were able to answer your question.
Yeah, my question is answered. And one more question is,
Mm.
what are ways we can like optimize our cloud cost? Because cost is a it is an important thing
Mhm,
for any person who is working on a cloud.
mhm.
So what are the ways we can like optimize the cost of the cloud?
So again, there is no one word answer to it. It depends on a
Yeah,
lot of factors. Like, multiple clouds have multiple. First of all, we start with the reporting section. Like there is a cost and cost reporting, something like every cloud has it. So you first generate the report and validate your spendings. Where are you spending most of your resources on? Where you can optimize. And then there is another service which is such as trust advisor services. AWS has it, Azure has it, GCP also has it. So over there is some recommendation provided by the cloud itself. Like over here, if you, let's say, if you turn down this machine and maybe migrate it to other lower spec machine, you could save some cost. Or if there are instances that are running and that are not really busy working something, they are idle instances. If you stop or terminate those instances, you can save some cost here. So those two are the first points where you can start looking into where your costs are getting where you are incurring most of your cost in the cloud. And then you can keep optimizing it. Then you validate your workload. If, for example, if you are deploying one single application to Kubernetes cluster, like, is it really necessary? Like, wouldn't it be an overkill for just one single application? You can deploy in something in like a container services like ECS, or cloud run in GCP, or Azure container instances. So you don't need a Kubernetes cluster just to host one application. So you have to monitor all your workload that is running or that you are planning to migrate. And you can use the existing tools that each cloud providers have, and then you can compare. There is this thing as well in Azure. There is there is a pricing calculator, and then there is total cost of ownership, right? So total cost of ownership will generate a report like how much cost you can save if you migrate from on premises to cloud. So you make use of all those resources, make use of all those services, do some data analysis of the existing cost that you could see, and then you make your decision based on that. Cool. Okay, let's see if anyone
ये
else
रो रहा
wants
था,
to
कह रहा
learn.
था मुझे जाना है.
ये भी
हेलो.
डिस्कशन में शामिल
बोल
हो
दो
गया है।
कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन.
क्या क्या नाम है सर इसका?
ये बहुत इंटरेस्ट लगता है इसको कंप्यूटर देखने में. इसका नाम है आद्विक सिंह.
आद्विक. हेलो
आद्विक
आद्विक.
सिंह, AADV.
हेलो आद्विक.
इसको ये लाइट कैमरा
सब बचपन से ही देख रहा है सब कुछ.
बस ये नहीं है,
अरे
अगर
बहुत
रवि
इंटरेस्ट
जैसे
आता है.
जैसे रवि कुछ काम कर रहे हो, लैपटॉप पे हाथ मार के कुछ ना कुछ किसी को मतलब मैसेज ना भेज दे।
अरे नहीं, जब ये रोने लगता है तो उसको मेरा ये डेस्क पे आना है इसको. कल तो बहुत ही परेशान हो रहा था उस टाइम पे जिस समय हम लोग वो कर रहे थे ट्विटर स्पेस. चलो बोल दिया, हाय बोल दिया सबको, कांग्रेचुलेशन बोल दो.
ये पीयूष की लाइव स्ट्रीम है इसलिए कुछ नहीं हो रहा, सब सही जाएगा.
कुछ नहीं हो रहा मतलब
रो नहीं रहा बच्चा.
अच्छा, रो नहीं रहा इसलिए. ओहो भाई साहब.
अरे वो रो ही रहा था, इसी को लेके आया.
अच्छा, अब वो सबको देख रहा है ये कौन कौन नए चेहरे हैं, ये क्या कर क्या
अरे
रहे
ये
हैं
क्या
यहाँ पे बैठ के ये.
ये सब है क्या चलता है.
वही ये सोच रहा है, ये खेल क्यों नहीं रहे हैं, ये क्यों बैठ के बातें कर रहे हैं दूसरे से.
अरे बहुत एक्चुअली क्या होता है, जिस तरह के माहौल में रहता है लगता है बच्चा वैसा ही डेवलप कर लेता है. इसको पता नहीं डेस्क पे आना है, अभी
बस
यहाँ पे आके बैठना है, चुपचाप बैठा है.
अभी से इसको ये दिखा दिया, अब ये देवर्षि बनेगा ये जब थोड़ा सा
ये
बड़ा
फर्स्ट ईयर
होगा,
से कोडिंग स्टार्ट करेगा।
ये थोड़ा सा बड़ा होगा, ये मतलब अपने
बनाओ.
प्रोजेक्ट्स बनाने शुरू कर देगा ये 5-6 साल की उम्र में.
देवर्षि नहीं बनाऊंगा इसको.
Yes, okay. Yash is also here. Hello, Yash. Thanks for joining. How are
Hello,
you?
Krish. How are you?
All good, buddy. How are you?
I'm from. I hope you remember from the past, like 2 weeks ago, I told you that I'm from Montreal, and you
Oh,
told me
yes,
to
yes.
practice. Yeah.
Yes,
So
we
I
had a
came
chat.
across a lot of problems, and yeah, true. It's better to have a hands-on practice rather than to
Hmm.
just know the technology.
Hmm.
Yeah, I come across a lot of problems, and I can debug, and in the meanwhile, I was able to uh, even find some new questions which you can present to the interviewer. What were the problems? What did you face? Okay, this thing you could make it an elaborate answer if you are practicing. So yeah, thank you really
Okay.
for
Good
suggesting.
to know. Good to know, buddy. Thank
Yeah,
you. So, if you have any question, anything to ask, anything to share, feel free
yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, sure. I'm still, I'm active on the Discord channel as well.
Hmm.
So, yeah. So if I get any problems, any doubts or anything while practicing, I'll definitely reach out to
Sure,
you.
definitely. We have a dedicated help
Yeah,
channel as well. So you
yeah.
can post your query over there and tag at the rate helper role. So
Okay.
the helpers will be notified.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. Have a
Thank you.
good day, Yash. Bye
You
bye.
too. You too. Bye.
So that was Yash. And thank you, everyone. Venkat is showering the wishes. Wish you will reach 50K soon. So thank you, Venkat. Yes, I am hoping the same. Thank you, Bhima Shankar. Venkat is sharing some good feedback about my AZ900 and DP900 videos. So thank you so much. I'm glad you found it helpful. And yes, feedback is always appreciated. So thank you. Thank you for sharing it. Uh, thank you, Amay. And Dave is asking what is the roadmap of DevOps? Not this Dave, the other Dave. So Dave, maybe anyone, if anyone wants to answer this question,
Yeah,
Guru,
I
please.
I sent the link around
Oh,
2 to 3 comments after that, but that was on YouTube.
okay,
I think you
cool.
can pin that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
So that's the resource I shared
Mhm.
for DevOps, and it will have different resources to on different topics, step by step, guided as a roadmap, and different videos, blogs, tutorials, uh, hands-on labs, and everything.
Awesome.
Uh,
Thank you.
Also, there is a repository called roadmap.sh.
That's the one he shared. Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So similar minds think alike. I was also going to share that, but
Yeah.
you two shared the same thing, and
Hmm.
so yeah, we are good.
Deja vu.
I mean, the
Deja vu.
repository is a awesome job and open source. I
Hmm.
Yeah.
mean, that's made quite well.
Cool. So yeah, this is so if you can see the screen, this is what we are talking about.
Hmm.
Roadmap.sh slash DevOps. This repository has roadmap of almost everything. So have a look and maybe start it, fork it, whatever you want to do.
Hmm.
Just have a look.
And
Yeah. Go ahead, Guru.
also, my suggestion is okay, roadmaps are okay for starters, or maybe if you are very new to that topic.
Mhm.
But after that, okay, this may be provocatory, but this is for ordinary people or average people, I would say. If you want to be extraordinary, like Piyush or Dev or other
Sir.
people here,
No, sir. Not extraordinary, please.
uh, and then try to create your own roadmap and not only get stuck to DevOps,
Mm.
right? The thinking itself is wrong. When someone tells me I'm a DevOps engineer, I feel like going and yelling into his ears that you're not a DevOps engineer. You're just an engineer who is doing some stuff on DevOps mindset. And you should be doing more stuff to become. There is a nice video on which came on there. The guy said, "So what is it?" So there was before one team called Dev. There is one called Ops. Now you're going to create a third team with DevOps engineers in them, and then there will be less friction. How is that possible? So instead of two teams, now we have three teams, and now you are going to be in the middleman. Why? So it's the product culture where it's not only about being a DevOps engineer, it's about the mindset and trying to not going, okay, I want to be a DevOps engineer or I want to be a DevOps manager. No, that's not the point. Look at Piyush. His title is an engineer, correct?
Sorry, what?
Your title is an engineer, right?
It's not engineer because in Canada, you cannot use the title engineer if you are from IT background. But
Oh,
that's a
really?
different story. Yes, yes. So,
Okay. Yeah.
so that's why my title is technical solutions developer. It's not a
Uh,
developer role actually, but it's just to meet with the compliance and government
yeah.
regulations.
Yeah, exactly. So, for example, I'm a cloud architect, but ultimately we are very good technical engineers, whether it's DevOps or site reliability or whatever it is. The reason we are doing okayish is not being average. That would be my thing. So please
Mhm,
don't restrict yourself only to DevOps. Become good problem solvers.
mhm.
Then being a DevOps engineer or site reliability engineer or having a job at Google or becoming dev will be very easy for you. That I know this is provocative and people may think क्या बकवास कर रहा है ये.
No, no, no. That's actually to the point. It's like, when everyone is following the same roadmap or roadmap that has
Mm,
been laid down in front of you, if everyone is following that, not everyone will get the job, right? Not everyone will
mm,
go to their dream company. So you have to do
exactly.
something extra on top of it. You have to think what others are not thinking. You have to build some projects. You have to, achieve or attain certain skill set that not part of that roadmap or anything
Mm,
that others are saying. So definitely,
exactly.
yeah, I mean that was on the on the point suggestion, and I couldn't have explained it better. So
Yeah.
yes.
Unless
So
you are like Dev who knows everything.
yes, Dave knows everything.
हम्म, ये तो देव है भगवान है. हम्म,
Okay, so thank you, Ayush, for sharing the amazing feedback. Really appreciate it, buddy. Static OS is asking, discuss transition from cloud to ML ops. If a person learning ML and also learning cloud.
right. Okay. Let me. Can I?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Static OS से नाम अच्छा है. Right. I'll put it in a way. ML ops is like going to a restaurant and eating.
Mhm,
You literally go what you want. You tell them cook, eat. Now cloud is like going to a supermarket where they have food, they have restaurants or mall. Not supermarket. Maybe a mall will be a better option where everything is available. Even a restaurant is embedded in the cloud, right? So my suggestion is there is nothing like transition from cloud to ML ops. No, please please try to understand it properly. Cloud is nothing but infrastructure, and you automate. And ML ops is all about operations, which is all the components installed on those hardware. Yes, so there is nothing called transition. What they can do is transition of software system or monitoring of cloud to ML ops, fine. But a person who's learning ML is also learning cloud, correct? Yes, cloud is the infrastructure bit on which ML softwares are installed or tools are installed. For example, ML tools can be like Elasticsearch. It has ML in it, but where will it run? It will run on your Kubernetes cluster or on your VM instances or on Cloud Run. You have to decide. So you can specialize in one, you can specialize in on the other, but but you should be doing both. Or as I mentioned, don't restrict yourself. Become good in one, then add one more to your portfolio. Don't switch. Don't transition. Transition, switch, leave the job. I want to become something else. All this is, sorry about the language, but it's a loser's attitude. Tell me, like me and Piyush, okay, most of the time we don't work together because only once we have worked together, right? I can say, oh, I'm a developer and I have 21. Nothing happens. If you know how to solve problems, cloud or ML ops or everything is ultimately coding it. Yeah, so you should not do that. And to answer Abhishek's question, we should go directly to DevOps or cloud. The answer is same. Don't think it's like मैं सिर्फ चावल खाऊंगा, मैं सिर्फ दाल खाऊंगा, मैं सिर्फ रोटी खाऊंगा, नहीं हो सकता यार अकेले.
Exactly.
पानी तो पीना ही पड़ेगा ना.
So whether you are working on DevOps or cloud, you will be working primarily on Linux based systems. So
Exactly.
yes, so Linux is the base of everything. You cannot learn anything on cloud or MLOps or DevOps or any other technology nowadays before you learn Linux administration. So yes, they go hand in hand. You have to learn Linux as well. You have to learn DevOps as well. You have to learn cloud as well. Like DevOps is what? DevOps is nothing but a set of processes, set of tool. It's a culture, right? There are a lot of things that it has, and we use those tools to enable CI/CD on infrastructure. Our infrastructure is running on cloud most of the times, right?
Yeah.
So like there is no one way to choose this. There is no one topic that you could pick and leave rest of them. So they go hand in hand with each other. So yes, all three at the same time. Yes.
Exactly. And please understand, as I mentioned, you are talking about by now, it is very difficult to find jobs. Um, yeah, most probably, I think Piyush is going to throw me out of his channel for using this kind of language. I'll tell you something, when there is talent,
Mm.
when you have the knowledge and the talent, you will always be headhunted. Whether you are in India or Canada or US or Timbuktu or even Fiji, doesn't really matter. My suggestion is one, get the knowledge. Second, boast about the knowledge, or even boasting, no. Share the knowledge, put it out, and also make sure that you put it in the right way. मेरा मैनेजर चूतिया है ऐसा नहीं बोलने का कभी भी. Never say that, because it's a small world, it's very well connected. You never know who's going to help you. Everyone who leaves the job knows that they did not like the job, and maybe it's a manager or HR or money or whatever. Everyone knows the truth. It's called a well known secret. Yeah. But why? Just keep quiet. What are you going to gain? Just say, I got a better offer, sir. Bye. That's it. You don't need to say anything.
Yep. And
And
there is, yeah,
yeah.
there is one more thing that I would like to add on top of what you have already mentioned, like getting knowledge, sharing knowledge. Okay, that's really the starting point. But you have to also keep your knowledge up to date. It's not
Yes.
like you have acquired something and it will be there with you forever. You have to keep brushing up your skill. You have to keep adding more skill to your portfolio so that your job would not become irrelevant in a day, you know because the way we are moving forward in IT industry or any industry for the matter of fact, new tools and technologies are coming day by day, and the older technologies are getting obsolete. So to keep ourselves up to date in the market should be our topmost priority so that we don't become irrelevant in this job market.
Hmm.
When firing happens, when these terminations that are happening all across the world, no one can stop it from happening. Let's say, like, whether it's a startup or it's a big tech company, everyone's main motive is profit making. If they are not earning or if they are not getting enough profit to justify their stakeholders, then definitely firing will happen. So you cannot stop that. But what you can do from your side is keep yourself up to date in the market so that when it happens, you don't have to worry about finding a new job. You already have worked in that direction. You already have your skills acquired. You already have your resume prepared for what coming up next. So try to keep that in mind. It's not like um, you acquired something and it will be there for with you forever. You have to keep working on it. You have to keep building projects. You have to keep doing the hands-on experience and keep learning new tools and technologies. It's a never ending process. I know we have been fed since the childhood कि 10th कर लो फिर उसके बाद आराम है, 12th कर लो उसके आराम है. Everything is a myth. ठीक है. If you are in IT, if you are working a technical job, you have to keep yourself up to date till the day you are working. If you are retired, then it's all up to you what you want to do next. But till the day you are working, you have to keep yourself up to date.
Yeah,
That's
and also remember, don't switch the job only for money. People think, यार मेरे दोस्त को 10% में, मेरे कोली को 10% पे राइज दे दिया, मुझे सिर्फ 5% दिया है. Managers also have their own numbers to fill. Remember that. And also, by the way, I'm not a manager, so please understand that. And also remember, when they pay you more money or more responsibilities, there's a downside to it. You lose time and money somewhere else. That's one of the reasons I'm going to do it. I loved my previous job. Absolutely loved it. But I was working crazy hours. 17 hours and even on 6 days a week. I'm not young as Dave or the other people in this video. No. I'm going to retire soon. But yes, I'm a Buddha. So what I'm saying is your priorities may change, but your learning process, still I do 3-4 hours a day, but I enjoy it. Yes. So please don't think that this is a burden. Oh, मैं ज़्यादा पढ़ाई करूँगा. नहीं. पढ़ाई करो, knowledge करो यार. And keep yourself updated, as Piyush mentioned. And also not update only the thing which you know. Go and learn something new.
yeah, new every time.
And
Yes, definitely.
exactly. And also, when you start doing this, when you start sharing this, your own company will recognize you. बोलेगा यार इसको तो बहुत कुछ आता है, चल इसको दूसरे जॉब में डाल देते, क्योंकि hiring and firing is a bloody expensive events. It's not easy, especially in foreign countries. In India, I don't know, but firing and hiring in foreign countries is bloody expensive. So if you update yourself and have more talent, why would a company fire you when it comes to layoff? Why? They said मुझे वही पैसे में कोई अच्छा और आदमी मिल रहा है, बाहर जाके मुझे हायर करने की जरूरत नहीं. And they will look at your attitude. They will say, okay, guy, Guru, okay, I know that you don't know this, but I've seen that you are very good at learning. I'll give you 3 more months to learn it out and be productive, and we will see after that. So your mindset should not, sorry about the language, if you start begging, you will be treated like beggars. Don't become beggars. पीयूष माफ कर दे यार, मगर
नहीं
sometimes
माफ नहीं, बट थोड़ा थोड़ा सीरियस डिस्कशन हो रहा है. आई गेस वी नीड टू लाइटन अप द मूड अ लिटिल बिट. ठीक है,
चल म्यूजिक लगाते हैं ढंग से.
Okay, guys, if you want to join the stream with us, ask any question, share any feedback, so feel
Yeah.
free to join. I'll share the link once again in the comments. So please join whenever you want. And thank you everyone for the wishes. Thank you Akhil, thank you Celestina, thank you Hemant sir. More miles to
Thank
go.
you, Prashant ji. Yeah.
And thank you Sanidhya. Sanidhya is my YouTube editor, so he's
Acha.
working he's working amazing, like he's doing amazing job. He's a college student, but he's, you know, one of the professionals video editor. If you see my latest videos, so he's done some tremendous job. So thank you
Okay.
Sanidhya.
Okay. Sanidhya, can you ping me on LinkedIn? I have also some work to do on video editing.
Yes, Sanidhya, you got a gig. Okay,
Okay.
so
One
Mayur is
question was
asking.
Prashant. Sir, I have a question. Go ahead, Prashant.
Prashant is there in the backstage, but he's not able to speak. Prashant, I added you again. Please try
Yeah.
to speak now if you can.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear
Hello.
you now.
Yeah,
Finally,
go ahead.
yes, yes, Prashant, please go ahead.
First of all, congratulations, Piyush, for
Thank you
your.
so much, Prashant. Thank you.
So I have a question regarding anybody has worked on OTT platform, like we want to deploy some streaming videos and video on demand application. So,
OT. Okay.
which cloud should we use? Like, have you
Okay.
anybody worked
I
on
think this is a
CDN?
very specialized call subject. Um,
Okay,
uh, Ping me separately. I will look into your use case and then help
okay,
you out.
okay.
We can have a separate session because I need to understand a lot of things, as I say,
Yes,
parameters.
yes. Mm.
What is the who, what kind of, like, is it legal, illegal, adult, children?
No, no,
You see,
it's
there
a
is a lot
legal
of
application.
constraints. And if it's illegal or adult, and if you're doing it in India, you
No,
can't. There's a lot of things
The-
which you need to
yes.
know.
But
So,
it's
one
all
thing
good.
to keep in mind in common is the bandwidth uses for whatever cloud you choose. These
uh,
streaming services would consume a lot of bandwidth. So
yeah,
make
so
sure your cloud
whether you can
provider.
use, like, for example, how much is static, how much is protected, and you need auth, and for every resource, or there can be caching. A
Okay,
heck a lot of things needs to be answered. Maybe we can have a offline meeting with you, me, and Mr. Piyush Sachdeva. Then
okay.
we can have a chat, and of course we'll include Deva, who will do the front end for you.
Okay. When shall I go? Which link shall
Uh,
I?
Yeah, go
Can
to
you?
my LinkedIn research. Go into my LinkedIn. Okay. LinkedIn. मेरा LinkedIn नहीं मालूम है क्या?
No, no.
Okay,
Agile
hold on.
Guru. Agile Guru Tech.
नहीं नहीं, वेबटेक गुरु है यार.
Tech Guru.
Piyush sir, I mailed you also a long time back, but
Oh,
I
you
think you
did?
are not
Which
checking that
on which
है.
ID?
वो
on
बहुत
this
बिजी है.
अरे नहीं नहीं सर ऐसा नहीं है मतलब I try to
tech,
reply
हाँ,
as
tech
much as
tutorials with
possible.
Piyush. Tech
Okay.
tutorials with
Okay,
Piyush.
I'll have a look at that.
Okay.
Prashant,
I
I have
might
put
have
my
missed it.
LinkedIn is a private chat.
Okay.
Have a,
I got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ping me that later on.
Sure.
Uh, but just be careful. Piyush is based. Where are you based out of, Prashant?
India.
Okay. Just remember, I'm based out of London.
Okay.
And further away is Mr. Piyush. He's
Yeah.
based
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
of
we are
Toronto
in
or
three different
Montreal.
Toronto. We
Toronto.
are in three
Toronto, yeah.
different time zones. Yes.
Team
Toronto.
that's good. So, and please don't ping me before 12 o'clock on a Sunday. There is no way I'll
Sure.
pick it up.
Sure.
मेरा
Not an issue.
बैडमिंटन है, so
Okay. No, we
obviously.
can
So,
set something up. Like it will be a good learning experience as well for us.
हाँ,
Yeah. So we'll definitely have a
we will
look.
definitely do that. And
And who
please,
is the guy you said he has done the front end?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, मैं मजाक कर रहा था क्योंकि वो अच्छे
Okay.
डेवलपर है इसलिए.
Okay. Okay.
ठीक है, नहीं पहले यूज केस ही नहीं मालूम है तो डेवलपर ऐसे थोड़ा आ जाते हैं. ठीक है.
Okay.
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 Mayuk has Mayuk Das has said, please discuss automated rollouts and rollbacks in Kubernetes.
GitOps.
Hmm.
He's asking about GitOps.
Um.
But
Yeah.
Mayur,
ये
it's
कितना.
a very vague question. Like if you could
हाँ,
provide some more details, what you want to understand, what you want to know, then we could
yeah.
maybe help you.
Because what happens is it depends. For example, there are different strategies to do that. For example, rollouts and rollbacks are two different things. Now, if you want rollouts is increasing or decreasing your capacity. Yes, for that depends. You can use something called HPA, horizontal pod
Autoscaler, horizontal pod
autoscaler. Yes,
autoscaler.
and VPA, vertical pod accelerator, and you use can something like KEDA. Yes,
For
where
VPA for
based on some other external system things, it will automatic. For example, I think it's called KEDA.sh or
yes,
KETA.sh.
KDA. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
KEDA.sh is like, for example, let's say your pods are running 3 at the minute, but the messages which it is consuming is coming from, let's say, PubSub or ActiveMQ or RabbitMQ, different, there are loads of them. What you can say is write a rule saying If the number of messages in my queue is more than 100, spin up one more pod, which has nothing to do with the pod processing. It's just the number of messages which is an external system is coming. So event driven system, as they call it. Then you can use something called KDA. Or if it's based on CPU or within the cluster, you can use something like HPA, VPA, or something like that. Now, when it comes to what was the other word, rollback, you can use something called health checks, liveness probe, readiness probe, startup probe. And what happens is, as part of your deployment, if this fails, it will automatically roll back. And you can have number of replicas, maximum number of drains, a load of things. So it depends on the use case and what type of applications you have, but most of the time, all this considered, you should be able to cover 80% of your use cases. I hope this helps.
Yeah, I guess you answered the question perfectly well. So yes, Mayuk, if you have any specific question, feel free to ask. We'll be
Yeah.
happy to help you. And thank you, Dave, for the wishes once again.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
we need it in action. The
yes, yes,
thing.
definitely. Thank you, Sonal. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Abdi Fita.
अरे हाँ, one more. अरे मैं पीयूष में भूल ही गया.
Hmm.
Congratulations uh, on the top mate, where Google also then and it all given to charity, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. No, no, no.
Yeah,
Google
that's
has
really
it
great
like
thing.
so. Google has its policy like whatever donation we make with all the associated NGOs that are associated with Google. So Google do their contribution. Google match the donation amount like whatever we make.
Exactly.
So it's double the amount that I've got from Topmate. And yeah, so I'll be doing the monthly contribution. Yeah, and thank you. I have seen you are doing the same thing. So
Yeah, नहीं, मेरा
amazing. Thank you.
not many people know, but my wife actually works for a charity organization.
Oh, okay, nice.
So she treats children with acquired brain injuries, but it's called the Children's Trust.
Okay.
So what happens is, my money does not even come to my bank account.
Oh, okay.
It goes to her bank account,
Okay.
and then she goes and gives it to
The charity, Children's
the
Trust. Oh,
charity,
that's so
and
amazing.
then that way it's also tax redeemable. So if you
Okay.
give $50, it gives them $62 or something like that.
Okay.
And I can't speak now, but there may be other similar things like Google, but it's not confirmed yet. But I have got 2 of them. So yeah, so 2, 3, it's on the pipeline too.
Yeah.
And I have told people that, okay, it's if you have the money, fine, and you can set up one call. But if you don't, just ping me, and I look into your scenario situation and decide whether I can do an offline session rather than going
Sure.
here.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I try to do. It just sometimes it becomes really difficult to manage all those things, because last week I had 3 back-to-back sessions on Topmate, and it was free sessions, because I opened it free for 15-minute talk session sort of things for students and everything. There were 3 sessions and none of them showed up. So
Yeah.
I kept that time frame out of my schedule, and I was doing nothing and just waiting for them over the call, and no one even bothered to cancel or send me a message that I won't be able to join. So those things really hurts. So that's why
So
I thought maybe. Mhm.
the thing is, people don't value your time, and even when
Yeah.
they are coming for the session, even after paying, they are valuing the money they paid to you. In fact, that
Yeah.
that
फ्री की
money isn't
वैल्यू
even
नहीं
going
करते
to
ना.
you. That is going to donations. That's not even going to you,
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
really an amazing job. But the thing is, they are not valuing your time. They are valuing the money they have paid to you,
Yeah.
even during those types of
Yeah.
sessions.
So I'm not saying like everyone does that, but even if there are few people who do this, so it makes us difficult for us to take these sessions, free of cost. So now what I do is all the sessions are paid. Of course, every money will be going to the charity, but it just, if I know someone like who really in need of guidance, or someone who has some genuine concerns and questions, that I definitely do the offline sessions as well. So yeah, that's that. Okay. Um,
By the way, need to leave now.
sure,
Actually,
sure, Dev.
wanted to
Definitely.
continue working on the project as well. So thanks
Sure,
for
sure.
having me and
No,
congrats on
thank you,
10K
thank
once
you,
again.
thank you very much. Take care, buddy. Bye bye.
चल गाना बजाएं क्या?
We have Akshay. Which Akshay is this? Is it Akshay Kumar?
अक्षय
I
कुमार है क्या?
I'm not sure.
नहीं,
Oh,
निकल गया.
left
अच्छा,
again.
ठीक है.
Okay,
I
so
can
Any other
call
question?
Akshay.
no, this is someone else. Uh,
Okay.
so he's asking question as well. In this time, companies demanding DevOps knowledge from developers. So in future, is there will be separate DevOps role? There,
Yes and no. Go ahead, Piyush.
no.
You do that.
I'll add on top of what you are saying. So you can start.
Okay, fine. I'm coming back to the same answer.
Mm.
There is nothing called DevOps engineer. That's the point. The companies who are working with now, they want someone to do the CI/CD. CI/CD is not DevOps. Please understand that. So what we have seen, the shift in the last 5, 6, or 10 years is something called the left shift. Left shift is, for example, unit testing. Before, remember the waterfall method, पहले requirement, get the requirement, then write the code, then put everything, and then unit test it, and then later do. Nowadays, Jira, click, boom, in the IDE, write the spec, write BDD, write the unit, else it won't build, even won't pass. So everything is coming to left shift. That doesn't mean developer has to do it. It means it's done sooner. That's what it is. And remember, there is a role for everyone. For example, a penetration tester or a security tester can never be a developer, and vice versa. So my suggestion is, today it's called DevOps, right? 10 years ke pehle DevOps nahi tha. But you think investment banks were not doing the DevOps roles which we were doing? We were doing that. I used to work for a company called Fidelity International. They are the top asset management company. If you check in something which has not been tested, you get ripped up. Right? If it doesn't fall, even in dev environment, you write some crack code, they will well, they won't shout at you. You will be so much embarrassed because that's what is the expectations. So, to be honest, प्लीज लीव दैट एटीट्यूड. मैं डेवलपर हूं, मैं डेवऑप्स इंजीनियर हूं. नहीं, हम लोग इंजीनियर है. तुमको एक काम करना है जो तुम्हारे स्किल सेट में. तुमको CI/CD आर, इफ यू नो CI/CD, गुड, do the CI/CD bit of this SDLC. If you're a tester, do that. But if you can do more than one, be part of the culture. So separate DevOps culture in the long run will not exist in 5, 6 years, because it will become a subset of site reliability engineering. If you go to Google or Microsoft, nowadays there is no separate role for DevOps per se. It's all merged into site reliability engineering, or what we call developer relationships, where no one writes code anymore. It comes from the template, plunk, 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 platform engineering. So my suggestion is look into site reliability engineering and platform engineering, because DevOps will be eaten up by those two things in maybe 5, 6 years or 10 years time.
So yeah, the thing that I wanted to add on top of it, yes, that's true. DevOps will be merged, or it's slowly merging. If I tell you this, Google doesn't have a DevOps role. Google has SRE role, which was built by them. Like SRE, the term was even it was initiated by Google few years back, and then later other organizations adopted it as a as a separate role, or as a separate line of business. So yes, and it doesn't mean that so when we say these things like DevOps will be eaten up by platform and uh, SRE roles, it doesn't mean that you stop learning DevOps tools, and it doesn't mean that it has no significance. It means that you have to add additional skills on top of what you have already learned. It means just learning CI/CD would not be enough. It means you have to build up your portfolio, you have to diversify it, you have to add more skills on top of what you have learned. So that's the thing. And also it depends on, like, if we talk about the current market, if we talk about, not like, we're not talking about future, if we talk about the current market, it depends on the maturity level of the company. So let's say if a startup that only have let's say 50 people, so they cannot afford to have a separate team for DevOps or separate DevOps person to take care of all the work, if they only have one app to care of. So in that case, their developers do the same things. Like, their developers, while writing the code, after writing it, they try to automate it whatever they could, implementing CI/CD and all those basic stuff. But if we talk about a company, let's say a bank, so I was working with bank earlier. It's called CIBC Bank. It's one of the top 5 Canadian banks. In that, we used to have a dedicated center of excellence team, so it's called COE team. In that, there were cloud architect, cloud engineers, there were DevOps professionals. So that was a dedicated team which was working for all the applications in the bank. So because the scope is so huge, there were hundreds of applications that we used to take care of. That is why there was a separate team for that. That is why there was a separate DevOps role for that. But like, as I've mentioned, in the startup, that won't be the case. So again, it depends on the maturity level of the company, how big it is, what is the nature of business, all those factors. I hope we were able to answer your question, Akshay. All right. Praful Cloud, nice talk, guys. Thank you, Praful. Dave is saying, no one tells us the truth of IT industry, but Guru sir tell us facts. So yes, definitely, I totally agree with you on this. Praful is saying, truly motivational conversation. Congratulations and all the team, you are doing great for entire cloud community. Thank you so much, Praful, and I am really glad you found it helpful. And we have few more congratulations. Thank you, Kiran. Thank you, Vaibhav. And guys, before we wrap up this session, it was really a great talk. I hope you enjoyed it too. If before we wrap up this session, if you want to join, I'm sharing the link once again. If you want to join, feel free to do that. If you want to ask any question, share any feedback, you are most welcome to do it. And then we can wrap up this session for today. But yeah,
Welcome to do it.
yeah.
आई थिंक पीयूष के पास काफी क्वेश्चन आते हैं, क्लाउड है उससे रिलेटेड। मुझे लगता है आप एक वीडियो बना के डाल दो, आप जब भी कोई क्वेश्चन पूछे उसको उस वीडियो में रेफर कर लिया
I'm
करो।
planning the same. I'm planning कि I'll start a series of YouTube shorts in which I'll try to answer small questions ताकि वो बाकियों को भी help कर सके. I'm planning that already. So we'll do it.
शॉर्ट्स काफी ज्यादा देख लेते हैं, मतलब इजीली होता है, मतलब देख रहा हूं उनको।
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we have a question. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just taking the next question from Akshay. If not good in coding and I'm interested in cloud DevOps, how to go into this? And as you say, don't focus only on DevOps. Okay. So what I would say is, if you are not good at coding, it doesn't mean that your doors are closed in IT industry. There are several roles which does not require the coding, but that is just for you to enter into the role. You can enter into the cloud support role or DevOps support, system admin kind of role without coding. But at the same time, it will not be good for you in the long run. In the long run, because as I said, you have to climb up the ladder, you have to diversify your portfolio, you have to learn new tools and technologies, and without coding, you cannot do it. So, yes, you have to pick some programming language. I would say go with either Python or Golang, and try practicing it, try creating some projects to it. Even it's one of my goals, because I come from the same background where I don't have a lot of coding experience and knowledge, but this is one of my topmost priority nowadays, to learn at least one good programming language, so that I keep myself up to date. Like, remember the discussion that we have previously, few minutes before, where we were talking about being relevant in the IT industry, being relevant as per your skill set. So this is one of those things. if you have programming knowledge in either of the programming language might obsolete in the future, but that knowledge will help you get into another programming language or another framework. So that will never go in the vein, that will never keep you jobless for a long time. So that was my take on it. Guru, if you want to add anything. Okay, Guru is sharing the screen.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. My mistake. Right. Uh,
Okay.
okay. Right. While this is, by the way, this is for other people to enjoy. This is my train trip from Bergen to Oslo, which I came back. Definitely, people who are based out of Europe definitely visit uh, Norway. It's one of the most beautiful. Of course, I'm talking of second most, not the most. The Of course, Canada is by far the best. British Columbia is by far the best. If you go to Alberta, but imagine seeing like 200 or 300 falls and rivers and lakes during this session. This for like 7 8 days. Ultimately, of course, the the picture doesn't say the full words, but damn, it's a beautiful place. Now, one thing, just hold on. I'll just before I go and answer your question, let me go to pictures and Norway and what? Yeah, and just give me 1 minute. Open in a new tab. Yeah, okay, good. And this is some of the views. PhD, this is like for everyone. This is fjords, like in this is a glacier water. This is not Ganda water. It's pure mineral water. You can literally go and drink it, and it's freezing cold. That's why I took off my shoes and literally went into it.
This look
And
like Kashmir.
yeah, I have not gone to Kashmir, so sorry, apologies. This is a residing glacier. If you see, that's not snow in the bottom, that's minerals, but the glacier is residing. And this is one of the falls which I have gone. It's called Stepped. You see how many small steps it's going. Um, Exceptionally beautiful place. But you have to take of course, that's my daughter. But of course, nothing. The real thing um, is to go places. Remember, I have always said in my dialogues, we work to live, not live to work. Please don't do that. सिर्फ पैसा मत कमाओ, जिंदगी भी जीना सीख लो. Right. Coming back to this question from, there is a difference between coding, application development, and what? If you're not from an application development background, but can write scripts, understand basic data structure. I'm not telling like linked list or doubly linked list with sorting algorithm. No, DSA नहीं. Simple for loop, while loop. ये इसके लिए ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं पड़ती. It will take very less time. Maybe 2 months. You get the logic, right? So for those kind of things, you should be able to do it. Remember, coding is different to application development. You will always be good at coding. Trust me, you will be good at coding. Everyone, yeah. Meri bitiya who never likes software engineering, you tell her to write something in Python, she will freaking do it in 3 hours. So please understand, you are good at coding. You're not good at maybe application development where there are lots of components and you want to pass parameters and all those things. I'm sure you can write scripts, that's coding. I'm sure you can write pipeline, that's coding. If you write Jenkins pipeline, if you write Helm scripts and you write POM and you edit POM, you are coding already. If you can create a web page and put it onto a static website in S3 bucket or GCS, you're doing coding.
I guess Guru, his question was specific to, like, he did not mention it, but if I understand correctly, his question is specific to a hardcore programming language, not just scripting language.
Okay, so if you are not good at coding or as well application development and interested in clouds and DevOps, you need to start practicing it.
Yep.
There is no substitute for practicing. I'm sure, like Piyush and Dev and myself, we practice at least for 2 to 3 hours a day. Different stuff, not the same stuff, obviously,
Yep.
but we practice. आज लोड बैलेंसर देखा, कल कुबरनेटिस देखा, अपग्रेड कैसे करना है, और अगर गूगल ने कुछ गोची कर दिया तो उसको रिवर्ट कैसे करना है, या फिर माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ने कुछ गोची कर दिया है तो उसका डेडिकेटेड कैसा है, और एडब्ल्यूएस ने एक सर्विस को उड़ा दिया तो क्या करना है. So you have to think. The thing is, you need to practice and keep notes, precise, concise notes, so that when you practice it, it becomes a kind of a automated thing. It's like learning to bicycle. Initially, it will be hard, but once you learn it, it comes as a बैठ के उठा के बैठ जाओगे तो निकल जाओगे.
Yeah, it's
So
just
don't worry
another,
about it.
treat it as a just another tool. Like
Yeah.
you just, when you start doing CI/CD, you learn Jenkins, and then you add few more tools, GitHub Action, Azure DevOps. So treat this as one another tool, nothing else. So it's shouldn't be that
Okay.
that much of an issue. Okay.
Piyush,
Yes, sir.
मैं थोड़ा चलता हूँ.
Sure.
Because it's getting awfully hot in here.
Yes, definitely.
And then I think I need to just walk out of this room and this
Sure,
house.
sure. Sure, definitely.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey,
No worries.
congratulations again.
Thank
you for what you are doing.
Same.
Do the same thing on top, mate. And if you need anything, I am just 6 hours away from you.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Guru.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Okay, bye-bye. So Vaibhav has this question. Vaibhav recently got the opportunity to be in Best Buy Canada for DevOps engineer role. What is that's amazing, Vaibhav. Congratulations. So is it, Vaibhav, do you want to come? Do you want to come on the audio? If you want, we can get more details, and then I should be able to suggest you. Like, I want to know whether it's a remote opportunity or they are sponsoring your visa and all those things. And if you talk about company, yes, Best Buy is one of the as the name suggests, is one of the uh, you know not just in Canada, in all North America, in US as well. Best Buy is like India, we have Chroma or Reliance Digital. So this is the biggest, one of the biggest electronic retail chain. Every city has at least one or two Best Buy store. So yes, it's an amazing company, and it's I'm not sure about the perks and other benefits and how much they are paying, if it is as per the standard. But I don't see any issues with the company itself. It's really amazing. So congratulations, and I would love to know more about it. So maybe you can reach out to me and we can discuss further on this. And congratulations once again. Varun is asking, as a fresher, is it good to start with DevOps now because there are many AI tools coming in, and what roles can we go after DevOps? So yes, AI tools will always be there, uh, because I am from a production support background, right? So there were things that I was used to do. It was replaced when DevOps came into the picture. Like, do you remember how was life before DevOps was even introduced? I was working in a company where we have 20 different servers for one single applications, and we have to either script it like using bash shell script, or we have to go inside each of the server, SSH into the server, and run the commands manually for anything, like for any server patching, for deployment, even to get the logs. So life was that at that time. And after DevOps came, we could simply do it by using Jenkins, Ansible, and there are a lot of configuration as a management tools now, right? So these tools, when came into the picture, we thought as a production support, like our jobs will be gone now, but it did not happen, right? It helped us to improve ourselves. That job now being converted into a DevOps or SRE roles, and with these tools it enables us to do the things fast so that we can focus more on the things that matters most to us, right? So these we treat it as a friend. These AI tools should be treated as a friend, as a enabler that helps us to do whatever we are doing in a much faster way. So I don't think it will have much impact. Yes, there will be some jobs which would become irrelevant, which would be deprecated and replaced by new jobs and new roles. But again, the thing is, the idea is to keep ourselves up to date with the market, to keep learning new tools and technologies. Remember, AI will not replace you, but someone using AI or learning AI could replace you in the future. So we need to be ahead of the game. We need to learn and adapt new tools and technologies as they come and as companies starting to use it. So that's my take on it. I might be wrong, but this is what I think. This is in my opinion. Cool. Akshay, to become expert in one skill, or so the question is you are asking is to become a journalist or a specialist, right? So I would say it depends on the tool or technology you are working. I would say be a journalist first, get 100 feet overview. Like, let's say you are working in cloud and DevOps, right? So it's not like that you become expert in EC2 server or AWS networking or S3 service. If you become expert in that, then you don't have to worry about other things. So that's never the idea, right? So be the journalist first, get the high level overview of everything, then do the specialization in the particular area which you think could help you most, or which you think that interests you most, or which has high demand in the market, right? To be a good data engineer, first you have to understand how each of the data services within a cloud provider works. Only then you will be able to do specialization in a particular data engineering domain, right? So this is again what my take on this. Okay, Guru had to leave now, but thank you, Mayuk, on his behalf. Yes, definitely, Vaibhav will connect. Vikas is saying, is there any possibility that you can start your DevOps course for us? So it's I have a lot of plans. So I'll be starting an Azure DevOps series very soon, maybe from next month onwards, because this month I already have 2-3 videos planned already. For a few other things, I won't spill the beans at this moment. I'll let it a surprise. But I'll be starting the Azure DevOps series from next month itself. From the basic, it'll have all the hands-on projects. It'll have everything from scratch from a beginner's point of view. So yeah, stay tuned for it. Akshat is asking, okay, so we have Akshat Joshi and we have Varun Joshi. Sorry, I got confused. So uh, first is Akshat is asking, which tools is mostly used in DevOps life? It depends on the company. So if we talk about the most widely used tools across the globe, I would say, you know, Kubernetes, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform for infrastructure as a code. Then we have uh, Jenkins is most widely used. But now, if your workload is running on Kubernetes, then Argo CD is by far the most valuable tool for that. And we have then monitoring, alerting, and logging for that. Most of the companies are using Prometheus, Grafana, and for logging, there are different tools like we have Splunk, we have Loki, we have few other tools. So yeah, these are the main tools, but it depends on the company. And what I would say is when you start learning, when you start working towards a DevOps mindset, you don't aim for the tool. Just pick one tool that is the most common tool that has been there for a long time and adopted by many companies. And then it's mostly about the concept. If you're comfortable with Jenkins, then you won't be having any issues learning the new CI/CD tool. You can easily switch to GitHub Actions, or you can easily switch to Azure DevOps. The main thing is to understand the concept, how it works, what are the fundamentals of it, what are the basic principle of it, what are the different stages in a CI/CD pipeline, how do we integrate with other tools, all those stuff. So if you understand those things, then yes, it will be definitely an advantage for you to to learn any new tool or technology. Varun is asking how can we find guys. I guess Akash and Prashant, if you guys don't have any question, I'll remove you from the link so that others can also join if they want, and we'll be
Yeah,
concluding this session shortly.
I'm leaving the studio. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
okay, cool. Thank you, Akash, for joining, and it was a pleasure talking to you. And thank you, Prashant, as well.
Yeah, put me in the background.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you. Yeah. So Varun is asking how can we find remote jobs in DevOps as a final year student? Varun, so I recently published a video on how you can get freelancing job. I'm not talking about the remote jobs that a lot of people do nowadays, because first of all, like whichever job you are planning to do, it doesn't matter. It's a remote, a freelancing job or a permanent job. First of all, you have to acquire certain skill set to fulfill that job, right? So first question should be how can I acquire the skill set, rather than how do we find the remote jobs. And remote jobs, it's kind of, I say, overhyped these days, because when we talk about remote jobs, we see like these people work remotely, they travel a lot, they work as per their schedule, but in the background we always forget to see how much they have worked on acquiring those knowledges, acquiring those skill sets, acquiring that knowledge, acquiring that particular learn how they learned that tools or technologies. So we always forget everything behind that thing. So instead of focusing on how we can get the remote job, first try to build the skill set that not a lot of people have, skill set that would help you get that job, and skill set that is in demand in the market. Only then you can try to apply for remote job. If you want, and yes, I know that like open source is one way to do that, but again, to start contributing to open source, you have to be really good at whatever you are contributing to. So learn the programming language, learn the DSA concepts, learn all those things, and then you will find yourself in a better position. And if you are interested in freelancing, I recently published a video on my YouTube channel, so feel free to watch that and let me know if you have any further questions on this. Thank you, Vikas. I hope I was able to answer. Yes, Sanidhya is sharing the same thing that I have mentioned before. We have a lot of surprises planned for our channel in the coming future, this month, next month, everything. So stay tuned for that. And thank you, Sanidhya, once again. I'm not sure if you're part of the previous discussion. I was where I was, explaining like how professionally you are editing my video these days, and it is getting a lot of good feedback on the quality. The quality has been improved a lot. So I might have a gig for you. So Guru just mentioned he needed also he needed to get some work done. So I'll introduce you to him if you want. We can work together on that project. Okay, Akshat is saying, can you make a video on Concept Live, Argo CD, GitOps, or SecOps? Yes, Argad, Akshat. Yes, Akshat, definitely. As part of 10 weeks of Cloud Ops, I have already published 3 videos. The fourth video that I'm currently working on will be on Argo CD, will be on, it'll have the concepts such as how to Dockerize a file, how to implement, how to create a Kubernetes cluster, um, and how to implement GitOps using Argo CD. So stay tuned for that. I'm hoping to publish that video in the coming week itself. So you will see that soon on my channel. Okay, thank you, Varun. Thank you, Mayuk. Yes, thank you, Sanidhya, of course. Your motto is believe in quality, not on quantity, and that is amazing. We love. Yes, because that's what I try to do. I try to be consistent in what I do. Like I try not to publish videos every week, every day, or every alternate day. I try to publish one video every week, but I make sure that whatever I'm publishing, it should add some value to whoever is watching it. So that's why from time to time I seek feedback on my LinkedIn, on my YouTube, on my Discord, like what type of videos or tutorials you want to see next. And based on the votes that I get, based on the feedback and suggestion I get from all of you, and then only I plan my content. So that is how we do. So yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that you are appreciating the efforts, and thank you. So yeah, I guess thank you once again, Akshat. Um, just give me a second. Yeah. So that's, I guess that's it. We have been live for almost 90 minutes. It's been 1.5 hours, and time went by so fast. But if you have any further questions, if you have anything to discuss, feel free to connect and we can talk about it. You can post your questions on the comment section or on the Discord server, LinkedIn, wherever you feel comfortable with. If you want, you can schedule a one-on-one session with me on TopMate. Link is in the link is in my profile itself. And whatever I earn from TopMate, all the earnings will be going to a charity. It's called Pratham.org. It's an NGO based, like it has global presence, but it is working to educate the underprivileged children in India. So all the money will be going to that charity. So yeah, feel free to do that if you want to have a one-on-one chat. And thank you once again, everyone, for supporting me throughout the journey, for watching the video, subscribing the channels, and liking the video. It really helped me reach where I am today. So this is just the beginning, and I promise the content will be it will be just getting better from here. And I will not compromise with the quality. I have some amazing team that is working with me. Sanidhya is one of the amazing video editor that I've got. And we will not be compromising on anything. And make sure to provide your feedback from time to time. Comment on the video, like the video, share it, so that we know how we are working and things that we need to improve on. And we will keep working in that direction. So thank you very much once again, and I will see you soon with the next live session or with the upcoming video this week. So take care. Bye bye.